Good day, everyone. Today, we are on the negative side of this debate, and we strongly believe that the United Nations is not fully effective in solving the world's biggest problems. The UN works as an international organization where 193 members countries meet, cooperate to discuss global issues such as war, poverty, and climate change. It makes decisions through major bodies like the General Assembly, where all countries can vote, and the Security Council, which is responsible for maintaining peace and security. It also has agencies like World Organization and UNICEF that focus on health and humanitarian aid. Although this system appears strong and organized, the reality shows that the UN has many weaknesses and serious red flags that limit its effectiveness. Our first argument is that the UN is too slow in responding to global crises. During wars, famines, and humanitarian emergencies, immediate action is needed. However, the UN often spends too much time discussing, negotiating, and voting before action is taken. Because of these delays, many innocent people suffer. A clear example is the Rwandan genocide, where the UN failed to respond fast enough while hundreds of thousands of people were killed.
Our second argument is the unfair veto power in the Security Council. The 5 permanent members, the United States, United Kingdom, France, Russia, and China, can block any major resolution. Even if most countries agree one's veto can stop the actions. This is a major red flag because it gives too much power to a few nations and makes the system unequal. Our third argument is that the UN often fails to stop wars. Conflicts such as the Russian invasions of Ukraine, Syrian civil war, and Israel-Hamas war continued despite UN involvement. The UN may release the statement or request the ceasefires, but the fighting often continues. This shows weak enforcement of power. Another red flag is corruption, waste, and misuse of resources. The UN has faced criticism over financial mismanagement and scandals in some peacekeeping and aid operations. Money meant for helping people is sometimes delayed, waste, or poorly managed. This damages trust in the organization. Another negative side is peacekeeper misconduct. In some countries, certain UN peacekeepers have faced accusation of abuse, exploitation, and misconduct. While not all peacekeepers are involved, these incidents damage the UN's image and harm the people they are supposed to be protected.
Another weakness is dependence on powerful countries. The UN relies heavily on funding and political support from major nations. Because of this, decisions may be influenced by the powerful states rather than fairness or justice. Poorer nations may have less influence even though they are also members. The UN is also weak in protecting human rights around the world. Operations and discriminations, violence continue. The UN may investigate and criticize this abuse, but many governments face little punishments. If violations continue rapidly, then enforcement is clearly weak. Some people may argue that the UN still helps through disaster responses, food, aid, and health programs. We recognize that agencies like World Programming and World Health Organization have helped many people. However, these contributions do not erase the larger failures in peacemaking, fairness, and crisis responses. In conclusion, while United Nations was founded with noble goals, it has many red flags and negative sides. It is slow in decision-making, unfair because of veto power, weak in stopping wars, affected by scandals, dependent on powerful countries, and limited in protecting human rights. For this reason, we strongly stand on that negative sides and conclude that the United Nations is not effective enough in solving the world's biggest problems. Thank you and a good day.